Okay, these are few graphs we have taken. This one is A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, can you tell me the number of zeros for the first one?
1,
Okay, for the next one?
2,
Perfect. Here we are having 1. Here we are having 2 zeros. For the next one, if let's say we are this point is -2, this is 0, this is, let's say, 1, this is 2. So what are the points that is zeros of the polynomial?
-2, 1, and 2.
Exactly. Next one,
1,
1 0 is there. For the next one,
2,
okay, yeah, this is a quadratic. There are 2 zeros and this one is the point. Next one,
4.
4 you said, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So this is how we will identify the number of zeros. The graph is, wherever the graph is touching the x-axis, those are called the zeros of the polynomial. Now, if we will take this question that find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. How to find 0 of the given polynomial? X square plus 7x plus 10.
We will split the middle.
Exactly, we will split the middle term. So what we will get?
Um, then x.
It will give us you can use pen and paper.
Okay.
Simplify it so that you will get the idea how which two number will give us when we will do the multiplication. We will be getting 10. Then when we will add or subtract, we must get 7, the middle term. So which numbers will give this one?
Um, 5 and 2.
5 and 2. So what will be the factors?
Um,
So we
x.
must write x square plus 5x plus 2x, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Plus 10.
Perfect. Then
Then we'll put them in a bracket. So it's gonna be x squared plus 5x in one bracket and 2x plus 10 in one bracket.
yes,
In the next step, we'll remove x from the first bracket. And inside the bracket will be x plus 5.
perfect.
And in the next bracket, we'll remove 2 and it will be x plus 5.
Perfect. So our factors will be
x plus 2, x plus 5.
X plus 2 and x plus 5. So what are the zeros which we are getting from here?
Um, minus 2 and minus 5.
Exactly. Negative 2 and negative 5 we are getting. 0, we always get the 0 when we write the given polynomial equals to 0. That gives such a x value or such a value of the variable which will make the polynomial 0. Okay, so we got here negative 2 and negative 5. What about the verifying the relation between zeros and the coefficients?
We'll take minus 2 as the alpha and minus 5 as the beta.
Exactly.
In this a, in this polynomial a is 1, b is 7, c is 10.
Perfect. A is 1, B is 7, and C is 10. Yeah,
Um, and then we will do alpha plus beta, which is uh, minus 7 by 1, which
yes,
will be minus 7.
yeah,
And for verifying it, it will be minus b by a, and minus b will be 7 by 1, which is minus 7.
yeah, perfect.
And then alpha into beta, which will be 10 by 1, which will be 10. And for verifying it, it will be c by a, which is 10 by 1, which is 10.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah, we have done the multiplication. We are getting 10. When we'll multiply it, we are getting positive 10. When we will do C by A, then also we are getting positive 10. So hence verified the relation between zeros and the coefficients. All right, let me take few more questions. Okay, pair of linear equation. Uh, More than half of the portion you have covered, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's take few questions. Okay, let's say we are having one of the question where the equations are in such a way that 3 by 2x plus 5 by 3. Just a moment, let me check whether it is solvable or not. Yes. Let's say we are having 3x over 2 minus 5y by 3 is equals to negative 2. And the other equation is x by 3 plus y by 2 is equals to 13 by 6. Any method you can use, either the method of substitution or elimination, your choice. Okay, what will be the value of x and y? Take your time, do it, and then here we will verify whatever you have got that is correct or not.
Okay.
Okay, you do this one, and the next question, let me write it over here. Next question, I'm taking it from the polynomials only, but this question is from previous year question paper. That means from board exam. This is find the value of p from the polynomial x square plus 3x plus p if one of the zeros of the polynomial is 2. Uh, when you are solving this question, Arya, the first one, where
Okay.
which method you are using? The method of substitution or method of elimination?
For this one, I'm using eliminate substitution.
Substitution. All right. So from the first equation, if I am saying this one is equation number 1 and let's say this one is 2. So from first equation, like you have customized this equation, like you have arranged this equation, right, Arya?
Yes.
What is the like arranged form which you have got from here?
Um, for the first one, I got 9x minus 10y equals to minus 12.
Yes, perfect. 9x minus 10y is equals to negative 12. And from the second one, what you have got?
6x plus 6y equals to 13.
Is it 6x?
Yes.
Oh, just a moment, no, let me check. LCM if we will take here, LCM of 3 and 2, it will be 6. So here it will come twice x, no? Here it will come thrice y is equals to
Oh,
13 over 6. Can you see it?
yes.
Yes. So 6 and 6 will get cancelled out and we will be having at last twice x plus thrice y is equals to 13. Right, Arya?
Yes.
So you are on the
Oh,
correct track, but be careful with the simplification or the calculation. Okay?
yes.
Yeah. Now from here you are going to substitute. So what you wanna take from the first equation, you want to take x value or maybe y value, or from the second equation the customized first equation and the uh, customized second equation.
I took the x value from the first equation.
That is,
Minus 12 plus 10 by 9.
yes, perfect. Yeah, we can substitute it in equation number 2, right?
Yes.
Yes, do it and tell me what you are getting as a y value.
Yes, I'm doing. Y is 3.
Y is 3. And what about x?
X is 2.
You got x as a 2. Perfect. So this one is the solution. Okay. You just need to be careful while doing the calculation. Otherwise, your steps, your method, everything is perfectly fine. Here we will not think about elimination method because we can see nothing is common over here. So yeah, substitution method will work over here. What can you do this question? Find the value of p from the polynomial. The polynomial is given. It is quadratic in form. If one of the zero of the polynomial is 2, just a moment, let me finish this question. Oh yeah, this one is the complete question. That's it. Only one of the zero is given over here, and we have to find the value of p from the polynomial. Okay, try it, think about it, and let me know.
Okay. P equals to minus 10.
P equals to minus 10. How you got that?
Um, I for this I substituted x with 2.
Okay. And okay, so we need to substitute x as a 2, so it will be 2 square plus 3 times 2 plus p is equals to what?
It's gonna be 4 plus 6. Oh, sorry. Oh, 4 plus, yeah, 4 plus 6 plus p, which is 10 plus p. So p equals to minus 9. Sorry, minus 10 when we
P equals
equate that.
if we will equate it with 0.
Yeah.
Why are we equating it with 0?
To find the value of p.
Just to find the value of p.
To find the other 0.
Yeah. Can you recall that there was a theorem, remainder theorem, that said that there is a like easier way for finding the remainder in previous class? When we are having one of its factor, then directly we can substitute the factor in our polynomial and easily we will get the remainder.
Yes.
So since this value 2 is one of the factor, okay, one of the zero, it's the solution. That means it will satisfy the equation, right?
Yes.
And we can compare it with 0. Obviously, the value of p will be 10. Perfect. Can you do the next one?
Yes.
Yeah, what will be the equation?
Wait, I'm doing.
Yeah, please do it.
Um, the polynomial will be x square plus root 5.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. What's the formula to construct the polynomial when we are having its root?
X square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta.
Perfect. X square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta.
Alpha beta.
Yeah, this is how we can frame the polynomial. So one of the root alpha is this, beta is this. You have added it, perfect. It is root 5 only. But what about this sign, negative sign in front? Can you see?
Oh, oh,
This one, Arya.
yes, yes.
And what about this x?
I mean,
You
because
need to
it's
write x over
uh,
here, right? And this will be negative sign, right?
oh, okay.
Is it clear? Yeah, the
Yes.
formula which you are saying, the rule which you are saying, that is perfect. Okay, we need to apply this rule only. We just need to add both the zeros and then we will be able to get this middle term, and after that we need to do the multiplication. As you already understood that multiplication will be 0 only. Here this part only will be remaining, the middle term will be remaining, but with x. Okay,
Yes.
let me write the next one. So the next one is find the value of x in the polynomial 2a square plus 2xa plus 5a plus 10 if a plus x is one of its factor. Yeah, that's it. Think about it. Are you doing it? This one?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I found the answer.
Yeah. What's the answer?
X is 2.
How you have done that?
Factor theorem.
What does the factor theorem says? If it is a factor, then what we can do?
Um, if if it's a factor, then the like it this a plus x, it will equal to 0. So when we equate it, a will be equal to minus x.
A will be equals to minus x. This minus x, what we will do?
We will substitute it in the polynomial.
Yes, we will substitute it in the polynomial at the place of a. So it will become 2x square. Then it will become minus 2x square. And then negative 5x plus 10. Then
After that, it will equal to, since it's 2x squared minus 2x squared, we can cancel them. So it's going to be minus 5x plus 10. So minus 5x will equal to minus 10.
so
No,
the side you are taking 0, right?
yeah. And then we
Why
can
we are,
cancel
here also we are taking 0. Why?
because it's going to the other side.
Yeah, this side it will go. But every time can we take is equals to 0?
Mm, I guess not. No, wait,
Actually,
every time it will be 0.
we are taking it 0 because it's a factor. Okay, it's
Yes.
a factor. Since it's a factor, remainder will be 0. The rule was like this. What will be when we will divide, let's say when we will divide x square plus 5x plus 10 by x plus 3, what will be the remainder? Okay, then the remainder theorem says rather than doing this long division and all, there is a shorter method to find the remainder. And what's that method? Recall it. That method was find the zero of this divisor. So zero of this divisor will be x equals to minus 3. Substitute it in your dividend and then automatically you will get the remainder. Okay, so when we will substitute minus 3 over here, that is minus 3 square plus 5 times negative 3 plus 10, we were getting the remainder directly. Okay, whatever we were getting as a value, that was the remainder. So this was the quicker way of finding the remainder. Since it's a factor, it says that X plus A is a factor. So whatever A we are getting from there, that will make the remainder 0. Yes or no?
Yes.
Whenever we will divide any number by its factor, let's say 12. If we will divide it by 2, the remainder will be 0. Yes or no? Because
Yes.
2 is a factor of 12. If we will divide 12 by 6, remainder will be 0. Why? Because 6 is a factor of 12. So factor means what? Remainder will be 0. That means this value, when we will substitute in our dividend, our outcome has to be 0. That's why we are comparing it with 0. Getting it?
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, your process, your answer, everything is perfect. If you will understand the concept, you will be applying the concept. If the question will be quite tricky here and there, if the wording and everything will confuse you, then also you will be able to understand what you are supposed to do over there. Okay, next one. How many zeros does this polynomial have? Also find its zeros. Are you doing it, Arya?
Yes.
What you have done for this one? How many zeros does the polynomial x minus 3 whole square minus 4 have?
I'm still thinking how to do it. For now, I have just expanded it.
Okay.
I for now I just have gotten 9x plus 9 minus 4.
What you have got once you have expanded this one?
X squared plus 9 minus 4.
X square plus 9 minus 4 you have got.
Yeah,
This
that's
is,
it though.
yeah, what?
But that's it. I don't know what to do next.
No worries. Here we will apply the formula of a minus b whole square, and you have also applied the same formula, right?
Yes.
What does the formula says? The identity, that is a square minus twice AB plus B square, which you can write as A square plus B square minus twice AB. Here and there we can do, because we understand that negative 3 plus 5 and plus 5 negative 3, like this is the same thing. Minus 3 plus 5, whatever result we will be getting from here, if we will just change the place, that is 5 minus 3, then also we will be getting the same result. So even if we are writing this identity, this formula as A square plus B square minus 2AB, it's same thing. All right. Now you have applied the same formula over here. So I can understand you got x square. Perfect. You got 9. Perfect. But have you done minus 2AB?
Uh,
Okay. Please be careful. The formula few identity, let me write it over here. This was there in, yes, the chapter in previous class, the same chapter polynomial was there, and there were few identities, that is a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, a square minus b square. So these are three famous identities which we will be using here and there, and the formula was a square plus twice ab plus b square. This one was a square minus twice ab plus b square, and the last one is a plus b in one bracket and a minus b in another bracket. Now from where we are getting these rules? Just by distributive property. Okay, when we will multiply a plus b with a plus b by applying the distributive property, that is, this will be multiplied with this, again a will be multiplied with b. Now we will pick b and we will do the multiplication of b with a, multiplication of b with b. If we will be applying the distributive property, then we will get this formula. So rather than applying distributive property again and again every time, it will take few minutes. To avoid such wastage of time, we are every time whenever we will be having this type of expression, we will apply directly the formula rather than using the distributive property. So that's why we have learned the identities in the previous class. Now be careful. I have seen that students that just get confused between this identity or maybe this identity and the last one. Okay, the last one and the second one is completely different. Okay, this is star one and the other is star one. These two are completely different. Okay, when you with the first, like if I am taking this one as a, this one as a b, this one as a c, so or 1 2 3 you take, because already abc we are having number 1, number 2 and number 3 formula. So number 2 formula, you see here we are having a minus b, then bracket and then a square. Okay, that means if a is a number, let's say 5, minus if b is a number, let's say 3. Okay, then bracket and then a square is there. Whereas number 3 says that a square is there minus b square is there. Now you do the calculation and you check it. These two are completely different scenario. If we have taken a as a 5 and b as a 3, then this is representing a minus b square and whole square, and this is representing a square minus b square. If we will do the calculation of number 2, we will be getting 5 minus 3 is 2, and when we will do square of 2, our result is 4. For the other one, if we will do the calculation, 5 square will be 25, 3 square will be 9, 25 minus 9 will be 16. Can you see the difference,
yes.
Arya? So these two are completely different scenario. Again, I would repeat that when I am saying that a minus b whole square, this one is completely different from a square minus b square. These two are not the same cases. In one of them, we are subtracting at first and then we are doing the square of the result. Whereas in the other case, we are doing the square of the first one, square of the second one, and the squares we are subtracting. Okay, so see again carefully the formula. The first formula is a plus b whole square, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. The next one is a minus b, complete a bracket, then a square. That means a square minus 2ab plus b square. The last one is a square. A is having a square minus b is having a square, then we can write a plus b and a minus b. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's apply these formulas over here. So yeah, x minus 3 whole square was there. Okay, we were having x minus 3 whole square. This is the polynomial we were having, that is x minus 3 whole square minus 4. Okay, here either we can expand this one by using the formula of a minus b whole square, and we can write it as a square minus 2ab plus b square. Either this is one of the possibility, or the other possibility is we can also do it by using the other way, that is we can write this 4 as a 2 square, and we can take this complete as a square and this complete as a b square. So there are two ways of solving it. If you are solving by first method, method 1, and if I am solving by method 2, we both will land at same place. All right, let's check it. We will be having, here we will be having, let's do it quickly, x square, then minus 2ab means 3 2 times 6, 6x plus 9 minus 4. So we will be having x square minus 6x, 9 minus 4 is plus 5. Let's do the other way by applying the formula of a plus b and a minus b. So our a is x minus 3, a plus b. In other bracket, our a is x minus 3, a minus b. Okay, let's do it. We will be having x minus 3 plus 2 will be minus 1. Here will be x minus 3 minus 2 will be minus 6. Here, can you see, now we have to apply distributive property and then only we will get the answer. Here also you can apply the identity. There was one identity which says that x minus a times x minus b is x square minus a plus b x plus a into b, just like the quadratic formula. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
this one we can also apply this formula. This formula was there in the previous class, but that time you were not aware about the quadratic formula and finding the roots and all. Now you will be able to connect this rule, this idea, able to write x square minus a plus b. A is 1, b is 6. So we will be having, wait, just a moment, no. So that way we are getting, okay, you try that way also. That way we are getting two, like that way we are getting one quadratic polynomial. We know that quadratic polynomial will give two result, and the maximum root we can get from there is 2. Now if we have to find those roots, we will be able to solve that. Okay, and we can find the value of alpha and beta. How? By splitting the middle term now. Getting it, Arya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so yeah, I'm keeping it this much. Let's continue one more class for revision, and then we will start the next topic. All right?
Yes, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Have a good day.
Same to you. Take care. Bye. Thank you. Hi, Harshit.
Good evening. I'm sorry, I just joined late.
No worries. Okay, no problem. Okay, you are also in class 10, and in your class also polynomials.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
what else? Polynomial got covered. Pair of
Ma'am,
linear equation, that is also covered completely.
no, ma'am, not completely. We're on the exercise 3.1.
Okay, you are on exercise 3.1. 3.1,
Yes, ma'am. It's
that means
chapter.
you are just learning the method of substitution.
Yes.
That is also there in the next exercise. 3.1 means you are learning that whether the systems are consistent, not consistent, right?
Yes, ma'am. In the school.
Okay, in the school and in our class, few
In our,
chapters already has been covered, right, Harshit?
yes, ma'am. And like we're on the elimination method. We're just,
Uh, You can you please repeat what you said?
like in your class, I'm in the like elimination method.
Okay, okay, elimination method. Just a moment. Let me share my screen. Few questions. Today, first of all, we will be doing the revision. Whatever you have learned, we will revise it and then only we will go ahead. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this time learning the concept is important, but revising the concept is equally important. Okay, every time you are learning a new chapter, you need to devote a time for doing the revision as well. The more you will revise, the more you will be confident and the better you will be able to perform. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So apart from learning the concept, please practice enough, because mathematics is all about practicing. So once you will practice a lot, you will see the difference between you and the other student who know the concept already but are not practicing enough.
Yes, ma'am.
Here we are having few questions. Just a moment. Can you see the first question? Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10 and
Yes, ma'am.
verify the relation between. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the first question is, find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. How we will do it?
Ma'am, by middle term splitting, we can do it.
Yeah, by splitting the middle term, we will get the factors. We will get the zeros, right?
Yes.
Then, okay.
Uh,
Once we will split the middle term, what we will get?
we will get like alpha and beta. Then we can do sum of zeros is equal to alpha plus beta gives you minus b upon a. First, here we can find the value of like what is a, b, and c, and from there we can calculate the relationship between the coefficients.
Yeah, perfect. So let's split the middle term and let me know what are you getting. Are you having pen and paper in front of you?
Yes, ma'am, I'm doing.
Okay, do it.
Ma'am, alpha is -5 and beta is -2.
Okay, you got alpha -5 and beta is
-2.
-2. All right. Now, sum of the root you said, and product of the root you said. Sum of the root means -5, -2. Product of the root means -5 times -2. That should be equals to what?
Hmm. Minus b upon
Minus b by a. And the other one should be equals to alpha times beta. Product of the roots should be equals to
c upon a.
c upon a. Perfect. So what are we getting from here?
From first we like a and b and c values.
Yeah. What is a?
It's 1, b is 7,
And c is
10.
perfect.
Now we'll just put like values upon b upon here.
Yeah. B upon a, and we can see already we will be able to verify it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell me how to do question number 3?
Ma'am, like we will just put the value of here in the x, it will be like -2 and we'll get the answer.
Yeah, we will get the answer. So whatever 0 is given over there, that we will substitute it over there, right?
Yes. Yes.
So we'll be having 2 square and 3 times 2 plus p, right?
Yes.
Then what are we supposed to get as a value of p?
-10.
-10. Perfect. Let me take few more questions. Yeah, this question. The last one. Okay.
Yes.
Alpha, beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. We can see the polynomial over here. Find
Yes.
the value of y if 3 alpha plus 2 beta is equals to 20.
Ma'am, first we will like find the value 3 alpha plus beta. We can do the square of alpha plus beta. That will be like alpha beta plus beta square plus 2 alpha plus 2 alpha beta.
Okay, what you said, can you please repeat?
Ma'am, here first we can like find it by squaring alpha plus beta. That will be alpha plus beta plus 2 alpha beta is equal to 20.
Alpha plus beta plus 2 alpha beta, you are saying.
Yes, ma'am, like square here.
We need to do a square here.
Ye-
Sure.
no, ma'am, I'm saying that like
You
alpha.
first do it on pen and paper and then let me know the whole process.
Okay.
Okay, do it.
Ma'am, I'm getting the answer 38.
Answer
38, ma'am.
38.
8.
Okay, let's check it. Okay. So
Yes.
alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial. So we can say the sum of the root we will be getting from there, and the product of the root also we will be able to find from there, right?
Yes.
So sum of the root will be negative minus b by a. B is already negative, so 6, a is 1, only 6. Product of the root, here we can see y. Okay, y is sitting at the place of constant, so y is a constant over here. Okay, product of the root will be only y.
1.
These two cases we got from the equation, the given polynomial. Find the value of y if 3 alpha plus 2 beta. So you have also learned the method of substitution, okay? And the method of elimination is also known to you. So maybe by applying the method of substitution, by using this two relation and by using this relation, we will be able to find the value of y. Maybe. Let's see. So here we are having, let's say this is equation number 1. Let's say the given one is equation number 2. Now can you see we can solve 1 and 2? Let me check, are we going to get y as a 38 or not? Okay, this is how you have done, Harshit.
Uh, no, ma'am, like in another method I've done.
Okay, another way you have applied. Okay, let's reach at the solution, then we will be discussing which process exactly you have followed. Okay, let's see whether we are going to get 38 or not. So here alpha plus beta is 6 is there. We can apply method of substitution as well. Why not? So here we are getting alpha as a 6 minus beta. Let's substitute it over there. So 3, 6 minus beta plus 2 beta is equals to 20. Here we are getting 18 minus 3 beta plus 2 beta is equals to 20. So we are getting minus 3 beta plus 2 beta is negative beta. 18 minus beta is equals to 20. So beta will be 18 minus 20, that is negative 2, right? We got
Yes.
beta as a negative 2. Alpha we have to find. So from equation 1, easily we can say alpha will be 6 plus 2, that is 8. Okay, this is what we got as a alpha and beta. All right. Now y we have to find. We know the product of the root is y. So we can do the multiplication of alpha and beta. 8 into negative 2, and that will be the value of y, right?
Yes.
Okay, Harshit, you tell me which process you have applied. Okay, let me see. It can be correct. Maybe somewhere you have done like calculation error or something. First, tell me which process you have applied.
So, ma'am, like first I have taken the equation 3 alpha plus 2 beta 20. Then I have done the like square of alpha plus beta, that will be alpha plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta gives you 20. Then I have calculate the value of a, b, and c. Then we know that alpha plus beta minus b upon a plus 2 c upon a. Then I have
Yes,
put the
just a second. You have taken this equation, right, Harshit? And then
yes,
here you have tried to convert it in the form of quadratic polynomial, quadratic equation
yes, ma'am.
by doing the squaring on both sides.
Yes.
Can you tell me your step? I'll be writing it over here.
Yes, so 3 alpha plus 2 beta square gives like is equal to 20 whole square.
Like this.
Now it will be a plus b whole square, that will be 3 alpha square plus 2 beta square plus 2 into 3 alpha into 2b.
Okay, 2ab on this side, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Here, when we are doing a square, no Harshit, we will think about the process later. But let me tell you one thing over here, that when we will do a square of this type of term, no, this is our a. This is complete a. So when you are doing a square, you have to give that power 2. This power 2 we will give to complete A, okay, in bracket. So we cannot write it whole square. Okay, if there is a power, everybody will take the power. Okay, the exponent rule says that we have to give this power 2 to 3 also. You have given to alpha also, fine, but 3 will also take the power, right? So instead of 3 alpha square, it will be 9 alpha square, right?
Yes.
And instead of 2 beta square, it will be 4 beta square, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And yes, the middle term you have written 2ab perfectly. This will be 3 alpha only, this will be 2 beta only, so 2 times 12, so 12 times alpha into beta. This is what we are getting on the left hand side. What about the right hand side?
400 it will be.
400 you have written, perfect. Now from here, what are we getting?
So from left hand side, can we do middle term splitting here?
Splitting the middle term.
Yes, ma'am. Like,
Actually, when we will split the middle term, no, you check it. Again, we will get back to this 3 alpha plus 2 beta whole square. When you will split the middle term, actually, this is the reverse process we are going to repeat. When we will split the middle term, it will be 3 alpha plus 2 beta in one bracket. Again, 3 alpha plus 2 beta in another bracket is equals to 400. This is how we will be getting when we will split it in middle term, because this is what we have expanded. We have expanded 3 alpha plus 2 beta whole square only. If this with this alpha and beta, if it is creating confusion, let me show you. If we are having, Harshit, x square, here 9, here negative 6x. Let's say this is what we are having. Okay, so just a moment. Okay, you are splitting the middle term by taking that 400 to this side or what? No, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are you doing splitting the middle term by taking 400 on the left hand side?
Yes.
That will also be not possible here, because can you see that we are having 4 beta square beta with a number, like it will be difficult to split the middle term.
Yes.
If we will be having, 9 alpha square plus 12 alpha beta plus 4 beta square, that side 400 was there. If I will, even if I will write it this side is equals to 0, and if I will try splitting the middle term by considering this as a constant, it will create confusion, and here it is not possible to split the middle term, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And what I was trying to explain, that when we are having, let's say we are having x minus 3 whole square, after applying the identity, we got x square minus 2ab, that means 6x, plus b square, that is 9. This is what we got. Now from here, if you will start splitting the middle term, you can see this 9 means 3 into 3 is 9. So we can split the middle term like this, minus 3x minus 3x. Here we will be having x square, here we will be having plus 9. If we will take out common, here we will be having x minus 3, x will be common, here minus 3 will be common, x minus 3. So eventually we are just doing the same thing again and again. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
First we have applied the formula to expand it. Then we are splitting the middle term to write it in compact form, to write it
Yes.
in factorized form. So we started from here and we ended over here only at the same place. Okay, so this one is the same process. When we are expanding by using the formula, then we cannot split the middle term, because again we will reach to the formula only. Okay, yes, sometimes we do like that when we are having the number on the other side, and the same thing we will be doing in this question. How many zero? If I will say this is question number 5, can you see question number 5?
Yes, ma'am.
So the method which you have used for solving, let's conclude it. From the method which you have used, Harshit, by doing a square. This is creating more confusion. We can do it easily by finding the sum of the root, product of the root. Sometime in board exam, what they do, they mix the question. Okay, this question you will think is from polynomial, but we are solving the linear equation in two variables, right? By the
Yes.
method of substitution also. Yes or no?
Yes.
So this type of mix and match they can give. But yeah, you will be comfortable after, like, you are just learning the concepts. This is the very first time you are learning the concept. You are applying the concept separately in one of the question, separately in another question. When you will just learn few more chapter, you will get used to it, that this type of linear equation in two variable will be everywhere. It will be there in all the chapter. Every time we will end up having two equation which we have to solve it. Okay, so
Okay.
is it clear, like the process and everything, whatever we have applied for this particular question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Harshit. Can you tell me how we'll be doing this question number 5? How many zeros does the polynomial this have? Also find the zeros.
Ma'am, like first, can we open the x minus 3 square? Then by the your method, we can find it.
First, we will be doing a square. That is a square. You said first we need to expand it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, perfect. Let's expand it. So we will be having a square minus 2ab. What will be 2ab?
Uh, it will be like x and minus 3, minus 6.
Is it minus 3 or only 3? Because minus sign I have taken.
So it will be only 3.
Only 3. Okay. If you want to recall just a recap of the formula from the previous class, this is the formula. A plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. A minus b whole square is a square minus. Okay. A
Okay.
square minus b square formula is a plus b in one bracket and a minus b in another bracket. Now only when you join, no, I was explaining that this formula number 2 and number 3 are completely different formulas. We will not mix it and we will not get confused with it. Why? Because you can see this example I have written over here, or let me tell you this example. Let's say a is 5 and b is 3. So a minus b whole square means what? 5 minus 3 whole square. That means 2 whole square. That means 4. And what is the meaning of a square minus b square? The last formula. It means that first we will be doing the square of 5. Then we will be doing the square of 3. And square of 5 will give 25. Square of 3 will give 9. And when we will do the subtraction, we will get 16. So can you see this result and this result are completely different. We will not get confused with these formulas. A minus b whole square formula is a square minus twice ab plus b square. Okay. And a square minus b square formula is a plus b in one bracket and a minus b in another bracket. We will not get confused with these two formula. You don't get confused, no?
Yes.
Okay, these two are not same, because I am just explaining it because I have seen most of the time student, just when I ask this one they say this one, when I ask the other one they say the first one. So please don't get confused, these two are completely different scenario. Okay,
Okay.
now we were talking about this question where we are having how many zeros does the polynomial x minus 3 whole square minus 4 is there. We can apply the formula a square minus 2ab. 2ab will be 3 2 times 6, 6x plus b square plus 3 square, that means 9. Minus 4 is there. Here we will do the simplification. 9 minus 4 is 5. So we ended up getting x square minus 6x plus 5. Since you have learned, like you have the polynomial chapter, the first concept is that how many zeros we will be getting. And the first concept over there in that chapter is according to the degree, we will be getting the 0. If the degree of the polynomial is 2, then maximum 2 zeros we will be getting. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So here, if the question says how many zeros does this polynomial have, and if the options multiple questions, suppose it is multiple choice question and the options are 1 0 is there, 2 0 is there, 3 0 will be there, none of these and all. So you have to say here maximum 2 zeros can be there. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now also find the zeros. Now we will be able to find the zeros. We have to split the middle term. Can you tell me how we will split the middle term? What will be the factors?
So like the product will be 5 and the sum will be -6.
Yeah. So we will be taking minus 5x minus x, right, Harshit?
Yes, ma'am.
So the factorized form will be?
X minus x, and then bracket x minus 5, then minus, then sign will be changed x minus 5.
Yeah. So we are getting x minus 5 here. X, if we will take common, and if we will take minus 1 common. So basically we are getting x minus 5 and x minus 1, right?
Yes.
And the zeros are?
5 and 1.
Perfect. Okay. Let's move ahead. Okay, this one. A quadratic polynomial, the sum of whose zeros is this, and their product is this. We have to frame a quadratic polynomial. This is multiple choice question. Very basic, like 1 marks question.
Ma'am, from this, like, we have an equation that is, I don't like alpha square minus alpha beta, alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. So we have to just put the values on the equation that it will be formed.
Yeah, it will be formed. And instead of alpha square at first, it will be, if you are saying that it will be alpha beta x, so the first term like will be x square. Okay. Minus
Yes.
alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta. This is how we will be able to frame the polynomial, and our polynomial will be, we just have to put the value. So what shall I write over here as our polynomial?
Like it will be -5.
With minus 5x.
And then +6.
Have you noticed that this was already negative?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So it will be,
+5.
yeah, it will be plus 5. This was the catch. That's it. Let's take few more questions. Just a moment. Okay. So the next question is, if 1 is 1 0 of the polynomial ax square minus 3 times a minus 1x minus 1, then the value of a. Do it and let me know the answer.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, A will be minus 3 upon 2.
A will be minus 3 upon 2. Okay, let's check. So what you have done, this is the polynomial we are having. Px equals to ax square minus 3 a minus 1 x minus 1. Right, Harshit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now in this polynomial, just a second. Yeah. Now in this polynomial, what you have done?
Just put the value of 1 in the x.
Yeah, at the place of x. So we ended up getting p of 1 we have found. That is a minus
1.
3, just a minus 1 minus 1, right?
Yes.
Then
Then it will be like A minus 3A minus 3 is minus 1.
is it minus 3 or plus 3?
Plus 3, sorry, plus 3.
Is plus 3 minus 1 is equals to 0. Why
Yes.
0? Because it's the root. Okay, it's the
Yes.
0. 0, root, solution. These are all the synonymous words. So 1 is the solution of this equation. Okay,
Yes.
so here we are getting negative 2a. Here we are getting positive 2 is equals to 0. Right, Harshit?
Yes, ma'am.
So if we will just shift this negative 2a to other side, it will be 2a is equals to 2. And a we are getting 1, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So the method which you are using is perfect. Just be careful with the calculation. That's it.
Yes.
Let me take few more question. The graph of a polynomial px cuts the x-axis at 3 points and touches it at 2 other points. Therefore, the number of zeros of px is, can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can you see the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is the question we are having here. We just have to find how many zeros will be there. What will be the zero? That is not our concern. How many zeros will be there? Only that we have to figure it out from this word problem. Okay, so think about it. Meanwhile, let me take write few more questions so that back to back we can discuss it. Think about it. Okay, and let me know. Otherwise, we will discuss it. All right, no worries. Are you getting it? How we'll be finding the number of zeros?
Ma'am, it will can we do it on the graph?
Yeah, we can do it on graph. Like for better understanding, we can just make a rough sketch and we can understand how many zeros will be there.
Yes.
Yeah. So have you tried by plotting the rough sketch?
Yes, ma'am. I'm getting the x3 and the y2.
You are getting,
X3 and y.
so total how many zeros will be there?
2 y.
Are you saying total two zeros will be there?
Yes.
Okay, let's check, Harshit. Okay, let's see what the question says. So the graph of the polynomial px cuts the x-axis at 3 points. All right, the graph is cutting the x-axis. Maybe the graph is cutting the x-axis at 3 points like this. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 point. It is cutting the x-axis. So from here we can say that 3 zeros already we have figured it out, right? 1 0, 2 0, and 3 0. Right, Harshit?
Yes, ma'am.
And touches it. The graph is touching. It means x-axis and touches the x-axis at two other point. It is touching the x-axis at two other points. Touches means maybe like this. Here, since it is a parabolic form, here we can say that two zeros will be there. Both will be same, right?
Yes.
Okay. So therefore the number of zero. So without even plotting the graph, we need to understand that 3.30 and 2.2 other point means 20. So total 5 zeros will be there.
5.
In among that 5 zeros, few are same, few are not same, doesn't matter. We just have to say how many zeros will be there. So total 5 zeros will be there. That's what is the meaning of the zeros, right?
Yes.
When we have discussed, like when you learn the chapter polynomial, then you must have learned this concept that how many zero is there for in the first graph, 1 0. How many zero is there in the second graph, 2 zeros,
2.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
How many zero is there in the third graph?
3.
What are those?
0.
What are those points where 3 zeros are there? Number C. See, I have indicated the point also. One is -2, another is 1, another is 2. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Next one, how many zero is there?
2.
2. X-axis. The line is touching x-axis. This D1. Can you see it is just cutting the x-axis at one point? We are not concerned with the y-axis.
Okay, ma'am. I understood.
Yeah, it's one, no? This is called
Yes, ma'am.
linear equations graph. Linear polynomial. Highest power will be 1 and number of 0 will be 1 only. Right, Harshit?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Next one, E. How many zeros are there?
1.
Here, this is called quadratic polynomial. And this type of figure is called parabola. Okay, the way you are having your name, I am having a name, a specific name. This type of figure is called parabola. Okay, what's the meaning of parabola? You must have seen when we just throw the ball. When we throw a ball, it just makes a path like this. When we throw a ball from, suppose here I am standing and I will throw a ball. So if I will just throw it like this, it will make a path like this, right? And this path,
Yes.
this type of path is called parabolic path. parabola. Okay. So whenever we are having that type of parabola, that represent the quadratic polynomial, degree 2 polynomial. Okay.
Yes.
Here no, here it is touching the graph at one point, but since here quadratic polynomial is there and degree 2 will be there, the number of 0 here only one point we can see. Okay, but since it is a parabola and it represents quadratic polynomial, in quadratic polynomial number of are 2. So here when you will go and you will learn the chapter quadratic equations, there you will understand that even if there here x value, let's say 2 is there, but same 2 and 2, like same x value 2 and 2 we will be getting twice. Okay, so
Okay, ma'am.
here this represent quadratic polynomial. Here one 0 is x equals to 2 and the other 0 is also x equals to 2 only. All right.
Yes.
The next one, number of 0, 1 0 is here, 1 0 is here, 1 0 is here, and 1 0 is here. Okay. Okay, let's see the other question which I have written it over here. Is it clear? The question which we are discussing, that it is cutting the x-axis at 3 point and touching the x-axis at 2 points. So number of 0 will be 5. Right?
Yes.
This one. The next one. X minus 1 is a factor of the polynomial. How to do this, Harshit?
Ma'am, just like I have put the value in the polynomial 1 in the x cube plus ax square plus 2b.
Okay, let's substitute 1. 1 cube plus a. Let me know what are you getting after doing the calculation.
Ma'am, it will be is equal to 0.
Yeah, is equals to 0 because that is a factor. So remainder will be 0.
Ma'am, it is my is coming minus a upon 2. Like b is equal to minus a upon 2.
A upon, we are
b
getting
is
a
equal.
plus 2b is equals to minus 1, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we are able to generate one equation from here, right, Harshit?
Yes, ma'am.
And the other equation is given. So again, we have to solve this two equation. Let's solve it quickly by the method of substitution or by the method of elimination. I can see that we can apply the method of elimination easily over here because the coefficient of A is same in both the cases. Here also nothing is there, 1 is there, here also 1 is there. So we will be able to eliminate it. How?
Ma'am, by subtracting them, like the signs are.
By subtracting it. Okay, the sign will reverse. Each and every sign will just get reversed since we are subtracting it. So this will be minus a, so that this 2 will get cancelled. This will be minus b, this will be minus 4. So what we will have over here?
So it will be 1.
1b, right? Yes, tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, 1b, or we can also say only b. Okay, it's the same thing. Other side we will be having
Minus 5.
minus 5. Perfect. Okay, we got b value negative 5. We just have to find a value. That is equation number 2. I can see easy. It's simple. We can just apply whatever b value we are having. We can substitute it in equation number 2 and easily we will be able to get it, the a value. So what will be the a value?
It will be 1.
Is it 1? We are having, see, the equation is having a plus b is equals to 4. Okay. So if we will take a plus b is equals to 4 and b is minus 5. So a minus 5 is equals to 4. So a
Oh,
is 9. Okay, let's see the option. This is multiple choice question. 9 and minus 5.
B
Okay,
option.
option B, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's take few more question. Okay, let me take this question. If alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic, note it down, no, this question, Harshit. Please note it, okay? You can try it at home because you need to figure it out that how we will proceed over here when we are having such question. Px is equals to x square minus, however, I will give the hint over here, but first you try it, okay? Then we will discuss about the hints and then the value of k, if alpha plus beta is equals to 1 by 2 alpha beta is